Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I have been in such a Disney mood these days, probably because my siblings trip is going to be coming up in October. I have also been very busy with my crafting channel. I will be doing a 30 Days of Disney DIY series starting in September. So every single day in September, I will be uploading one Disney DIY. If you are interested in that type of thing, I will link my crafting channel down below, so feel free to follow me over there to see what I come up with. Today I decided to do a Disney tag video. I've actually never done one of these before, and these questions actually incorporate different questions from different lists that I found online. Some of my questions do include Pixar, but I don't really call this a Disney Pixar tag. I might do that later on, but for now, this is just kind of an overall Disney, whether it's Disney, Pixar, or whatever. Is there a scene in any Disney movie you wish you can experience? As much as I hate heights, I would really, really love to go on a magic carpet ride and see the entire world. I mean, who wouldn't? Come on. Your favorite memory related to Disney? This one might be a little weird, but when my friend Jen and I were younger and we were up at her summer home in New York State, we would make a list of all the Disney princesses as well as all the Disney princes and kind of order them and kind of put them in order of who we thought was the most beautiful or handsome to the least, and then we would kind of compare each other's lists. I don't know why we did it, but it amused us. It's just something that I happen to think about when I think of Disney. What is your favorite memory in one of the parks? I would have to say it was my first trip to Disney World. When my friend Jen, again, we were in Epcot and we would go to every pavilion and we would purposely try to find a small souvenir of some sort from each land that we can take home. I actually still have the little Eiffel Tower that I bought from that trip. I had a whole bunch of other ones. I don't know what happened to them. I do recall buying a little Sailor Mars doll that was like this big from Japan. But other than that, I kind of don't remember what it was we got elsewhere. But what non-Disney song reminds you or brings back memories of Disney and or the parks? This is a little weird one, but the song that reminds me of Disney that isn't really Disney related in a sense is Come Away by Dave Unger. If you don't know who David Unger is, you need to find him on YouTube and follow him. His music is so catchy, but like the videos that he makes to go along with it, he superimposes his face into movies or shows. Like for Come Away, it was Star Wars: A New Hope. And for some reason, whenever my husband and I hear it, we think about our honeymoon to Disney World. Maybe it's because of the Star Wars aspect, but we would play it like every morning when we were getting ready to go to one of the parks at Disney. So it's just one of those that we just kind of like sigh in nostalgia whenever we hear it now. When was the first time you went to a Disney park? I don't remember the exact year or anything. But it was with my friend Jen and her parents. They were very kind to offer to bring me with them. So I think it was, of course Jen would know the exact date probably, but I don't remember. It was either like late middle school or early high school. I don't know, but I was a young teen. Who is your favorite female Disney character? Jasmine, definitely Jasmine. It's always been Jasmine. She's just sassy and strong-willed, and I've just always admired her. But close seconds are definitely Megara and Jane from Tarzan. Megara is just who you want to be. She's sexy, she's sassy, she's awesome. And Jane, I just love her adventurous side. She's so curious, but she's actually very brave. Who is your favorite male Disney character? I would have to say Eugene, or AKA Flynn Rider. I don't know why, he just amuses me. I guess it's the whole rogue thing, I suppose. A close second would be John Smith. Who is your favorite non-human Disney character? That would be Stitch, but also Thumper. I have loved Thumper since I was younger, so he's always just kind of been in my heart, but Stitch, who doesn't love Stitch? He's just crazy, he's cute, he's just everything. He's just the cutest little alien thing. Name a moment in any Disney movie that never fails to make you cry. Okay, well, there's a lot of these. I actually wrote them down so I wouldn't forget them. One of the most recent ones is from Big Hero 6. That would be towards the end of the movie when Baymax saves Hero when they're in that portal dimension. My husband and I watched it the other day and I felt it in my throat, and then the tears just came, and I was just like, every time, I can't not watch this movie and not cry at that part because it's just, ugh, it's heart-wrenching. Another is from Lilo and Stitch, when Stitch takes the Ugly Duckling book, you know, climbs out the window, and he opens it up and he's standing there outside and calls out, you know, lost, I'm lost. I just, again, every time, there's just something about it, it gets me every single time. Another one that didn't used to bother me that much is the part in Aladdin when Genie says goodbye to Aladdin. Like I said, it didn't used to bother me, but because of the passing of Robin Williams, I think it kind of just tugs at the heartstrings in a different way, and you just realize that he's gone. So that one is kind of tough to watch now. Another one is in WALL-E, when Eve is trying to put WALL-E back together and, you know, he doesn't quite come back as himself. I choked up when I first saw that, and I continue to do so. Then, of course, in Toy Story 3, we all know what scene I'm talking about. For those of you that are like my age who grew up with Toy Story, you cannot not cry at that scene. It is just devastating. At the end, well, towards the end, when all the toys are in the incinerator, they're holding hands and they are accepting their fates. Holy moly, like, really, Pixar? Are you kidding me? What is your favorite Disney movie? Hands down, Aladdin. But close seconds are Lilo and Stitch and Robin Hood. I love Robin Hood. It's just one of those classics that I can watch anytime. What do you think is an overrated Disney movie? I'm probably gonna get a lot of hate for this, but I think Frozen is very, very overrated. It's not that it's a horrible movie or a bad movie in any way, it's just gotten way too much hype, and in my opinion, I feel like people are just giving it way too much credit. I am kind of tired of seeing Frozen literally everywhere. So, and I have to say, when I went to Disney World in January of 2015, I was a little disappointed to see that Cinderella's castle was covered in Elsa's icicles or whatever. I'm not saying it was a horrible movie. I don't necessarily hate it. I just think it does not deserve all the hype it gets. The most underrated Disney movie. I would have to say Atlantis. I love that movie, and I kind of don't understand why so many people didn't like it. But again, it's just my opinion. I also think that Hunchback of Notre Dame did not get as much recognition as it should have. That is a fabulous movie. Granted, it was a little twisted and darker than what Disney usually does, but I love that one. What are your top 3 favorite Disney songs? This was a little tough to answer, so I'm just gonna go with the ones that kind of came to mind first. The first one is A Dream is a Wish Your Heart Makes from Cinderella. I'm not a huge fan of the movie Cinderella, but that song is it just embodies the whole magic of Disney, I guess. I just love that one, and I love singing it. It just gets stuck in my head all the time. It's just one of those. The second one is Go the Distance from Hercules. That one speaks to me in volumes for just so many things with my personal life, family life, everything. And I especially love it more because for my birthday back in April, my brother recorded himself singing it and playing it on guitar for me. And that was probably like the best birthday present ever. And my third favorite is He Lives in You from The Lion King 2. That song, every time I hear it, for some reason, it like gives me goosebumps. It's just beautifully written and sung, and I was really, really happy when they actually put it in the Broadway show. It's just really well done, and I don't normally like the songs that come out of the Disney sequels. Who is your favorite Disney villain? That's an easy one. It's Maleficent, and I've always loved Maleficent before the Angelina Jolie movie came out. There was just something about her that I just really loved. What is your favorite Disney soundtrack? Tarzan. Tarzan. I don't know if it's Phil Collins or just there was just something about that soundtrack that my friend and I would put the CD in when we were up at her summer home and just play it nonstop. It's just one of those that's just, it's just amazing, really. What is the first Disney movie you remember seeing in theaters? Apparently, I did go to see The Little Mermaid in theaters with my mother and my aunt and my cousin. I don't remember it really. The first one I actually remember seeing in theaters was The Lion King. My uncle had taken myself, my brother, and my cousin, actually two of my cousins I believe, to go see it, and that's just the first memory I have of a Disney movie in theaters. Disney World or Disneyland? Well, considering I've never actually been to Disneyland, obviously I choose Disney World, but I have heard that Disney World tends to be a little better than Disneyland, but it's kind of just preference and opinion. Favorite Disney World park? I do love them all, but Magic Kingdom is just, to me, is like super Disney, so that's probably my favorite. If you could be a face character at one of the parks, who would it be? This is a bit tough, because I mean, I have favorite characters like Jasmine, but I wouldn't really say that I would want to be Jasmine. Probably Megara, just because like her hair is just awesome, and her personality, her attitude is just something that I really love. Or Jane, who just, again, I love her personality, and her outfit's actually kind of cute too. What Disney character has your personality or your dream personality? Well, I guess dream personality would have to be Meg, and in some ways I am kind of like her. I do wish I could be super sassy like she is, but when I think about my younger self, I believe Violet is a better fit. Not only does my family think I look like her, just how shy she was, it does remind me of a younger self. What is your favorite snack from the parks? I'm probably gonna go with the typical answer here, and that would be a Dole Whip. I am obsessed with that snack, though I do love the giant Cinnabon from Gaston's Tavern. That thing was amazing. So that's probably a tie with the Dole Whip right now. What is your favorite Disney park ride? This one's a little hard, but I think my top favorite would have to be Space Mountain. Which do you prefer, hand-drawn or CGI animation? Without question, hand-drawn. Not that I dislike CGI, and they have done some awesome stuff with it. I just prefer the hand-drawn stuff in the way that Disney movies used to be. What is your favorite Disney movie sequel? Now, most of us probably know that Disney sequels tend to suck, like really bad, and the animations are just horrible. But I have to say that the Lion King sequels, both of them, it was Lion King, Simba's Pride, and then 1.5 with the Timon and Pumbaa one. Those were actually well done. That whole movie series, I guess you can call it, was just well done. The second one, Simba's Pride, was probably my favorite sequel. The music, again, like I was mentioning, the song He Lives in You is one of my top favorite songs. Just all of them, just all of the music was really well done, and I enjoy it. That's one of the sequels that I would constantly watch as much as the original. What do you love about Disney? Honestly, what isn't there to love? I mean, a lot of people do probably look at me, an adult, wondering why I love Disney so much. And that's the thing, it's not kiddish. There are kid aspects to Disney, especially at the parks with the rides, but at the same time, it is for everyone, and that's what Walt wanted. You know, and like no matter your age, it's just something that you can enjoy forever, really. It's just something that you grew up with, your children will grow up with, and your grandchildren will grow to love as well. Disney created something really special and timeless, and I just adore it. I guess it's magic. So that's it for my first Disney tag video. Please feel free to use these questions. I will probably write them down in the description for you. Do your own video, tag me, let me know that you did it. I would love to watch some more. As I've said, I will be going to Disney World with my husband, his sister, and my brother for a siblings trip in October. There will be footage of that afterwards, but I do have some more Disney themed videos planned prior to that. So stay tuned. If you're not already subscribed, show this channel some love and hit that button below. Also, feel free to give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. Also, feel free to leave me a comment. I love to read them, and I will catch you in the next video. Bye.